they cook off. So yeah, this is our second cook along, and tonight I'm thinking something along the lines of a really quick Saturday night dinner. Okay, so it's one that you can prep, you can stick it in the fridge, and then you can cook it in a couple of hours as well. So tonight we're doing something really nice and quick but really tasty, and we're doing tandoori chicken kebabs. Okay, so we've plenty of lovely spices and flavours in there as well. So we'll get going on it first of all, because again, like the other one as well, we're trying to sort of get more sort of 15-minute meals, nice and quick, so that you're not trapped in the kitchen for the whole of the Saturday night as well, and you don't always have to resort to takeaway. Okay, so for our marinade, I have in a bowl here, I have about 1 teaspoon of olive oil, I've got about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and into that we're going to start to build the flavours for the tandoori flavour. So we're going to go in with half a teaspoon of ground ginger. You can of course put fresh ginger in, but this is basically just sort of another time saving little tip for you as well. So half a teaspoon of your ground ginger, half a teaspoon of ground cumin and ground coriander. So it's always a good thing to have some in your cupboard, a good sort of stash of herbs and spices as well. It's a great way of sort of doing quick and easy dishes as well. So half a teaspoon of your ground coriander, a lovely sweet sort of flavour. A little pinch of your cayenne pepper, just to give it a little bit of heat, just a tiny little bit. And then we're going to go in with about a 1/4 teaspoon of our ground turmeric powder as well. So turmeric is one of those, it's absolutely fantastic health-wise as well, very anti-inflammatory as well. So definitely if you can pop it into your curries, it's a great way of sort of getting it into your diet easily. Okay, now into that as well, we're going to add in a little grind of our black pepper. So a good grinding of black pepper, I do love it. And then a little pinch of your sea salt, or I'm using Himalayan pink sea salt tonight. So in there. Now give everything a really good mix around in the bowl before you add in your chicken. Okay? So just a good little mix around. Now into this as well, we're going to add for the tandoori flavour some yogurt. Now I'm using coconut yogurt here tonight as well, but you can use Greek yogurt, you can use just normal natural yogurt as well, or you can use coconut cream or coconut milk as well, so completely up to yourself. But this way it just makes it a dairy-free version. So you want to just go in with maybe about 2 tablespoons as loads. And we're just going to give that a really good mix around, just to give a lovely creamy marinade as well. So you're going to have like a creamy lemon and spice marinade on it as well, to give it all a good mix around. And this is a great one as well, is where you can make it and actually leave it in the fridge for a couple of days, so it doesn't all have to be used in the one go. Just give that a mix around with a spoon, is a bit easier. Okay. And then into that as well, just to build up a little bit more flavour, we're going to go in with some garlic. So you just want to take 2 garlic cloves, and if you have a garlic press at home, just use that by all means. Don't feel that you have to sort of spend time chopping or whatever. The idea is that it's quick, it's easy, and that you're not spending the whole evening in the kitchen. So we're just going to go in with 1 or 2 cloves, and I'm going to grate it in, so it means that nobody gets a big lump of garlic in their dish. So again, just get yourself a good grater, a good microplane grater like these, or a garlic press is absolutely fine as well. So again, just, you only want the underside pulp there. Okay, now again, everything a really good mix around, and you can see it's this beautiful sort of orangey yellow colour. Now that's coming from the turmeric. Okay, now I have also got myself just 1 chicken breast, and I have just chopped it into sort of little tubes as well of about that size. So again, you can pre-do this maybe on Saturday morning and pop it into like a bit of Tupperware as well, and that will save you a bit of time for Saturday evening tea as well. So we'll just get rid of that. And I'm just going to wash my hands quickly just from touching the meat. Okay, now give everything, the meat, all a really good mix around in that marinade. And ideally you would want to be leaving that marinade overnight Or obviously if you're doing it now, you're not going to be leaving it overnight. So again, if you can leave it for maybe an hour or two, you're just allowing those flavours to develop, and for like, so that when you do cook it, the chicken will be lovely and moist as well and won't dry out. So just get rid of some stuff here as well. Okay, now we're going to thread up our skewers and we're going to get them under the grill nice and quickly. Okay, so I have also got myself some lovely, just lovely orange peppers. So orange, red, green peppers, mushrooms, whatever veg you fancy that will cook nice and quickly. So I'm just cutting them down sort of nice and small, you can see the size, and it just means that they will cook lovely and quickly under the grill, but they'll still have a little bit of crunch to them as well. Okay, so we're just going to start to thread up our chicken. So we're going to go with a little bit of pepper first of all, and you can just use your wooden bamboo skewers or your steel skewers, whichever ones you have handy. And we're just going to thread them along. A bit of chicken, a bit of pepper, and as I say, mushrooms on this is absolutely gorgeous as well. But whatever you can get your hands on, red onion as well, really, really nice. It just sort of breaks it up so it's not completely all meat based. Okay, and it does also help you get some of your 5 a day in as well, nice and easy. Okay, so you can do, I would suggest about 2 skewers per person, just to sort of bulk them out a little bit. So that's sort of 1 skewer, that's probably plenty of 1 skewer. Just going to pop that in there. And we're just going to do the second one. Start off with a little bit of pepper first of all. And another little bit of pepper after some chicken. And again, just work your way along these. These are gorgeous as well with king prawns. So if you can get your hands on some king prawns as well, some raw ones. And then you just got to cook them underneath the grill, probably for about, gosh, about maybe about 3 or 4 minutes, no more than that, or you're going to end up with really rubbery prawns. So we're just going to keep threading these. This is great if you have the kids in the kitchen and they don't mind getting messy. This is a good one for them as well. So we'll stick on maybe 1 more piece of pepper and 1 more piece of chicken, and that should probably do us then. Okay, so you can see sort of nice long sort of meaty kebabs. I'm just going to wash my hands. Now, these kebabs are brilliant as well. See, come the summertime as well, you can make these and sort of leave them in the fridge marinating, and then just pop them on the barbecue for a few minutes. So I'm just going to pop them underneath the grill, a preheated grill, and we're just going to set that for about 5 minutes to begin with, okay? And we're going to give them probably about 5 minutes on that side, and then we're going to switch them over. So they're probably going to take about 8 or 10 minutes to cook. So you don't want to overcook them either. So I'm just going to get rid of a few little bits here. Okay, so we're going to serve this dish with a lovely, couple of lovely little sides. And the first one is a lovely little cucumber and lemon raita. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves just a small bowl. A little bit of live probiotic yogurt as well, okay, and also some lovely, I have some lovely organic cucumber as well. Okay, now into this as well, I'm also going to sort of flavour it up with a little bit of ground garlic as well, okay, but you don't have to put that in. You also can pop in some nice fresh mint as well if you can get your hands on it. My mint tray has died off, so I don't have anything at the moment. But again, it's whatever flavours you fancy in there as well. If you fancy it a little bit more heat, nothing to stop you at all popping in a little bit of chopped chilli as well. So, into a small bowl, we're just going to grate down some fresh garlic. And again, this way is you're keeping all the goodness in the garlic because you're not actually cooking it, so you're not exposing it to any of the heat. So, for digestion as well, garlic is absolutely wonderful as well. Okay. Now, into this, we're going to just put a little bit of our live yogurt. So again, just using a bit of fermented yogurt, but whatever you have in the fridge is absolutely grand. Greek yogurt, as I say, some normal live probiotic yogurt, some of the coconut yogurt is lovely as well, but today we're just going to go some of the nice kefir yogurt. So a couple of teaspoons of it, and you can always add a little bit more if you want some later. Okay. Now, into this as well is I have lemon water every morning, so I tend to zest off the rind of the organic lemons and I keep it in the fridge. So I just keep it in a little Kilner jar, and then I add it to different things like to my dressings, to salad dressings as well, over dishes, even over like just even steamed broccoli and greens. It's absolutely lovely. It gives it a bit of a zing as well, a bit more flavour. So a little bit of our lemon zest in there, a good grinding of our black pepper, and again a little touch of our Himalayan pink salt as well. And I'll just give you a look now what that looks like. So you just have it all mixed in the bowl there, and we're just going to give it a good mix around. Now, you can obviously add in more of the yogurt if you like maybe a wetter consistency, but you can always check at the end once you've added in the cucumber. Okay. And again, we're going to give that a little taste just to make sure that flavour is in there we're looking for. Oh, that's lovely, and there's a lovely bit of zing of the lemon as well. Okay, now for our cucumber, just get yourself your cucumber. And we're probably going to take a couple of inches of it. Now, we're going to actually take out the middle bit because we don't want that, which is kind of like all the seeds. So just using the spoon is just kind of carve out the middle bit and then drag your spoon down the middle. So it's almost like creating like a little canoe sort of in the middle. And as I say, the reason to do that is if we didn't do that, we would have a very, very wet raita. Oh, excuse me, a bit of pepper there down the throat. Okay, so again, do that on the other side as well. Oh, I definitely do have pepper in the throat. Oh, excuse me, everybody. Okay, so again, you've just got a nice sort of little clean sort of trough there down the middle of the cucumber, and we're going to start to chop it down nice and finely. Oh, something's tucked down the wrong way. Okay, so a good sharp knife, and you're just going to chop your cucumber nice small dices. And I'll show you what I mean now in 1 second. You can as well, you can grate it as well if that's what you're looking for. But if you're grating it, do make sure you're grating it straight into a tea towel as well, because you want all that moisture out of there. But this way is so easy, and you'll have it done in seconds. And just chop it down nice and fine. Okay, now into our bowl goes our chopped cucumber. And again, we're just going to give, you'll see there, we're just going to give everything a really good mix around. And that is so, so light. Well, if you have any mint, as I say, it just gives it a real refreshing sort of flavour. But to be honest with you, the yogurt itself is so refreshing and so light that it just tastes brilliant. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly check our chicken, just make sure that's not burning or anything. And that is looking absolutely lovely. So I'm going to turn that over, just so that that cooks on the other side. And again, just going to give that about another 4 minutes as well there. Okay, so that's our lovely raita as well made. So we're going to spoon this. This is a great one as well, as you can make it and obviously keep it for a few days, and it goes lovely if you're making any salads during the day at lunchtime as well. It just goes lovely as a nice little accompaniment. So I've got myself like a tiny little ramekin, and I'm just going to spoon a couple of little bits in there for it. So if you have a lot of heat from the chicken, this gives it that cooling effect as well. It's a bit like if you are going for a curry and you go for a really, really hot curry, is something cooling on the side like yogurt or even some milk as well. It just cools down the whole heat in the body as well. So we're just going to we'll give a good dollop there of that one. It really is so nice. Okay, so that's going to go on our plate as well there. Now, to go along with this obviously for a Saturday night is you can pop the skewers, you can pop them into lovely little wraps with some rocket in there and wrap them up as well. But I thought we'd do a little bit more decadence tonight because it is Saturday night as well. And I have earlier on made a lovely raw beetroot and quinoa salad, okay? So I just got myself some organic beetroots and topped and tailed them, and then I just got a little scour and scrubbed the skins of them clean as well, because you do want to keep the skins on the vegetables where possible, because obviously the more you're cutting off the vegetable, the more you are cutting out the nutrients as well. So, and the skins obviously contain an awful lot of the flavour. So what I did is I just scrubbed down the beetroot skins, and then I grated them just using a normal box grater, but you can use a food processor as well. Just be careful not to over blitz it that it ends up a puree. And then I had pre-cooked some quinoa as well, just some normal quinoa. I put it together with a lovely little dressing of olive oil, balsamic, apple cider vinegar, a little teeny hint of Dijon mustard, a little bit of my lemon zest as well, some salt and pepper. And I just pop it into a little jam jar, and I give it a good shake as well. And then I keep that in my fridge maybe for about 5 days and use that on my salads each day. So it is great. If you know it's there, you're more likely to eat that way as well. So it's all about just being prepared with your food, but also as well as that it's easy to prepare, and it's not taking you hours as well. So a good idea is to pick maybe 2 or 3 dressings that you like over a week into a little jam jar, and then just have them in your fridge, and you can take them to work as well with you. So easy. So I'm just going to spoon out some of this as well. It is so colourful. It really is. You can see there the beautiful colour of the beetroot as well. So colourful. So we eat with our eyes as well, so you couldn't really fault having such a gorgeous colour on your plate as well. So we have that lovely raw beetroot and quinoa salad, and I'm just going to give a nice little bit of our coriander as well to go over the top of that. So a couple of nice little leaves. The coriander as well just gives it that little sort of Asian flavour, and we'll just pop that over the top of it as well. Get 1 or 2 more leaves. You can as well with your coriander as well, is there's nothing to stop you actually chopping it through your raita as well. Totally up to yourself. Whatever you have in the house, you'll come to your own conclusions what food that you like and what flavours you like. So whatever I'm saying here is not gospel, obviously. It's just to give you some ideas, and then where you can go away yourself and you can actually sort of chop and change the bits you don't like. So I'm just going to go and check on my chicken, and just to see how far away we are with this one, but I would say we're not too far away. So again, you don't want to overcook the chicken because then it's going to be really dry. So I'm going to give that about another minute or 2, and then that should be ready to serve. So just recapping on a few little bits now just before we serve up the chicken. The marinade for it is about 50 to 80 grams of yogurt or coconut cream, or the cream off the top of a tin of coconut as well. About 1 tablespoon of lemon juice into a bowl. About 1 to 2 garlic cloves grated down or chopped very finely, just so you're not getting sort of a mouthful of the garlic as well. Half a teaspoon of ground ginger, ground cumin and ground coriander. So you have that lovely heat from the ginger, and then there's kind of like a sweetness as well coming from the coriander. A 1/4 teaspoon of the turmeric, and again, the health benefits of the turmeric, hugely anti-inflammatory as well as tasting absolutely lovely, and it gives that beautiful sort of bright yellow colour as well. And then a little pinch of cayenne pepper for a bit of heat, some salt, some Himalayan or some rock salt, and some black pepper in there. Mix it all around. You've got a chopped chicken breast, or even if you want to just do the fillets of the chicken breast as well, absolutely lovely. You can also do full chicken breasts and just rub the marinade all over them, and then you're going to bake them in the oven probably for about 20 to 22 minutes depending on the size of the chicken. But just be careful, you won't be able to pan fry these ones, because if you go to pan fry it, all of the marinade is going to come off it. So I would say is grill it or bake it in the oven as well. Okay, so you can chop and change if you want to do full chicken breasts, or if you just want to do the skewers as well. So I'm just going to take this chicken out now, and we're just going to serve that up. Now, this looks absolutely lovely. So just make a bit of room for myself there. Now, so you can see the lovely colour that's coming off here. And we've cooked these for about 10 minutes, about 8 to 10 minutes, okay? So we're just going to serve these up. Making a bit of a mess on the plate here. We're just going to serve these up directly on top of the quinoa. So again, we'll do them nice and stylishly across. Okay, so you have that beautiful colour from the peppers as well. And your raita. So to finish that off, in 15 minutes, you have a raw beetroot and quinoa salad with a lovely balsamic and olive oil dressing. You have tandoori chicken and pepper kebabs, and you have a beautiful sort of zingy cucumber and lemon raita to go all along with it. So you can see how quickly, in about 15 to 16, 17 minutes, you can have your dinner on the table as well. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope that's given you some ideas for your own dinner tonight as well, even if you just get the chicken marinade and that'll be dinner sorted later on. The ingredients are up on my Facebook page as well, so if you're looking to see exactly the proportions of the ingredients, they're up there as well. But if anybody has any questions, just post a comment up and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So again, thank you so much everybody, and hopefully you get to make this tonight. Enjoy and have a lovely rest of your weekend. Thanks now, bye.